Hello friends, welcome to C Programming video tutorials series. From the past few video tutorials, we are trying to understand pointers in C. In this video tutorial, I would like to discuss pointer to a structure in C. We understand how to create a pointer to a structure, guys. We know that pointer is a variable which holds address of another memory location. Instead of holding the actual value, pointer variables hold address of another memory location. What is a structure? Structure is a collection of logically related similar or different type of data elements. What is a structure? Structure is a collection of logically related heterogeneous data elements, guys. To represent any real world entity inside a C program, we take help of structure construct. For example, if we are building a mathematical application to solve geometrical problems, we may need to represent different entities like point, rectangle, circle, etc. inside a C program. To represent point, rectangle, circle, etc. inside a C program, we take help of structures, guys. If we are building a college management system application using C programming language, we may need to represent different entities like student, faculty, subject, etc. inside a C program. To represent them, we take help of structures, guys. To represent any real world entity inside a C program, first step is to define a structure for it, guys. Syntax for defining a structure is we write struct keyword space, we write structure name. In pair of flower brackets, we write set of variable declarations. Definition of a structure is terminated by semicolon symbol, guys. This is how we define a student structure inside a C program. We write struct keyword. Then we write the structure name student. In pair of flower brackets, we list properties related to any student, guys. Student is going to have roll number, name, marks, age, gender, etc. right? We are just listing here three properties. Definition of the student structure is terminated by semicolon symbol, right? Let me go to code block and define this student structure, guys. I minimize the word. I double click on code blocks icon to launch the code blocks IDE. You can see that code blocks IDE is launched. I'm going to create a new project. I say file, new project. I select here projects, say console application, say go. Then I say next, I select C language, I say next. Then I give the project name pointer to a structure demo. I say next, say finish. You can see that pointer to a structure demo project is created. I click on the plus sign, I double click on main.c to open. You can see that main.c file is open. I am going to delete this line of code which is not necessary. I delete this line of code which is not necessary. Here I say struct. Then I write the structure name student. Opening flower bracket, closing flower bracket. Here I say int roll number semicolon, char star name semicolon, float marks semicolon. What is the structure, guys? Structure is a collection of logically related similar or different type of data elements. Definition of a structure is just a template or blueprint for structure variables. It is just a template or blueprint for structure variables, guys. Once we define a structure, we can create n number of structure variables of it. Once we define a structure, we can create n number of structure variables, guys. Syntax for declaring and initializing a structure variable is we write struct keyword space, we write structure name space, we write structure variable name. In pair of flower brackets, we write list of values separated by comma. Then we say semicolon. For example, to declare and initialize a student1 structure variable, we write struct keyword, then we write the structure name student. Then we write structure variable name student1 equal to, in pair of flower brackets, we write set of values separated by comma. Once we define a structure, we can create n number of structure variables. We can declare and initialize a student2 structure variables. We can declare and initialize student3, student4, n number of structure variables we can define, guys. Let me go to code block and declare and initialize student1 structure variable. I say here struct student student1 equal to, In pair of flower brackets, I write 1, comma, Suresh, comma, 76.5. Roll number is of type integer, so I have given here integer value. Name is of type string, guys. It is an array of characters. Array of characters indicates string. So I am putting Suresh in pair of double quotations. And marks is of type float, so I am saying here 76.5. What happens when this line of code is executed, guys? Of course, computer goes to its memory. It allocates a memory block containing 3 memory locations, guys. 1, 2 and 3. First memory location is dedicated for roll number. Next memory location is dedicated to name. Next memory location is dedicated to marks. Let's assume first memory location has the address #20. Next memory location is going to have the address #24. Next memory location is going to have the address #28, guys. That is our student1 structure variable. Student1 roll number is initialized with the value 1. Student1 marks is initialized with the value 76.5. Both roll number and marks are of value type, whereas name is a pointer type. And we know that pointers hold address of another memory location. So what computer does, it creates one more memory location. Inside that memory location, it puts the constant value Suresh, guys. That's a string. Let's assume its address is #32. That #32 is stored inside the name variable, guys, #32. And we know that once we store address inside a pointer variable, it starts pointing to that memory location. So that's what happens inside the memory when this line of code is executed. We can display value of student1 roll number, name and marks. I go to code block. I say here printf, in double quotations I say student1 roll number is equal to %d/n, comma. So how do we display value of roll number, name and marks? To access members of a structure variable using structure variable name, we take help of dot or member access operator, guys. We write structure variable name, then we put dot, then we put member name. Let me go to code block. Here we write structure variable name. I say student1 dot. Dot is a member access operator. So here we write the member name. I say here roll number, semicolon. Definitely we will get here 1. If I say build and run, it displays student1 roll number equal to 1. I close it. I'm going to copy this line of code and paste 2 times. Student1 name. Name is of type string, so I say here %yes. Then here I say student1 dot name. Then I say here student1 marks. Marks is of floating point value, so I say here %f. Here I say student1 dot marks. Here we get Suresh displayed. Here we get 76.5 displayed. If I say build and run, it displays student1 name Suresh, student1 marks 76.5. It is appending 5 zeros. I don't want to display those 5 zeros. So what I do is I just say here 0.1. After percentage symbol, I write 0.1, which indicates after the decimal point you should display only 1 digit. Now if I say build and run, it displays just 76.5, guys. So that's how we access members of a structure variable using structure variable name and the dot operator or member access operator, guys. I hope you guys have clearly understood. Let's proceed further and get more information. Now we understand pointer to a structure, guys. Pointer to a structure is a variable which holds address of a structure variable, guys. Pointer to a structure is a variable which holds address of a structure variable, guys. Syntax for declaring and initializing pointer to a structure variable is we write struct keyword, we write structure name, then we write pointer variable name prefix with the star symbol, guys. Then we say equal to. We assign the address of some structure variable, guys. For example, struct student star ptr to student1. Ptr to student1 is pointer to a student1. It is pointer variable, guys. It holds address of a structure variable, and you can see that we are storing address of student1 structure variable. Let me go to code block. I say here struct student, then we say star, I say here ptr to student1 equal to address of student1 semicolon. That's how we define pointer to a structure variable, guys. What happens when this line of code is executed? Computer goes to its memory. It allocates one more memory location for ptr to student1, ptr to student1 pointer variable. Inside that memory location, it puts the address of student1. The beginning address of student1 is stored here, hash 20, guys. And once we store address inside a pointer variable, it starts pointing to that memory location. ptr to student1 start pointing to the memory location which has the address hash 20, guys. Let's assume its address is hash 36. That's what happens inside the memory, guys, when this line of code is executed. We can access members of the student1 structure variable using this pointer variable, guys. To access member of a structure variable using pointer variable name, we take help of arrow operator or member access operator. Arrow operator is also member of access operator which is used with the pointer variable name, guys. The syntax for accessing member of a structure variable using pointer variable name is we write pointer variable name, we write the arrow operator, then we write the member name, guys. Let me go to code block. I say here printf in double quotations, I say \n semicolon. I am adding one blank line, you can see that. I am going to copy these lines of codes from here and paste down. This time we say student1 roll number %d. Here we are going to use ptr to student1. Instead of using dot, we use arrow operator, guys. Arrow roll number. Understanding? Here student1 name %s. I say here instead of student1 we write ptr to student1. Instead of dot we use arrow operator. Student1 marks %f. Instead of student1 we write ptr to student1. Instead of dot we use arrow operator, guys. Definitely we get 1 Suresh and 76.5. If I say build and run, it displays student1 roll number is 1, student1 name is Suresh, student1 marks is 76.5. I close it. We can modify the value of a member, guys, if we want. We can modify the value of marks of student1 using the structure variable name. What I do here, I say printf in double quotations, I say \n semicolon. Then I say here student1, that is structure variable name, dot, then I say marks equal to 86.5 semicolon. Here you can see that I am writing the structure variable name and then I am writing the dot operator. While using structure variable name, we should use dot operator, guys, or member access operator. Then we write the member name. Here I am saying 86.5. What happens when this line of code is executed? Definitely computer erases the marks 76.5. It assigns 86.5 to it. Now we can display the roll number, name, marks using structure variable name as well as pointer variable name. All I need is copy these lines of codes from here and paste down. Definitely we get here 86.5, we get here 86.5. If I say build and run, it displays student1 roll number is 1, student1 name is Suresh, student1 marks is 86.5. You can see that the marks is changed. Student1 roll number is 1, student1 name is Suresh, student1 marks is 86.5. I close it. We can modify the value of a member using the pointer variable also, guys. And how do we do that? Of course, we write here ptr to student1. Instead of using dot, we use arrow operator. Then I say here marks equal to back to 76.5. What happens when this line of code is executed? Of course, computer goes to ptr to student1. It looks for the marks memory location where it is pointing, erases the current value, assigns the given value 76.5. And again we can display value of roll number, name and marks using structure variable name as well as pointer variable name. I go back here. I'm going to copy these lines of codes and paste here. Definitely we get here 76.5. We get here 76.5. If I say build and run, it displays student 1 marks is 76.5, student 1 marks is 76.5. So that is how we create pointer to a structure variable. That is how we access members of a structure variable using pointer variable name and the arrow operator. I hope you guys have clearly understood. I suggest you people to watch this video again and again, understand everything clearly, try this code yourself, experiment with more examples. In the upcoming video tutorials, we are going to discuss more about pointers in C programming language. For more benefits and be up to date, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment and share this video with others so that everyone will get benefited. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.